Well, we call it City Museum because, first of all, it's hard to put your finger on what a city is. A city can be almost anything from anybody's point of view. So what we try to do is have lots of different things going on here, which are sort of independent entities here. You know, you get lots of different viewpoints on how to look at the place. So we've got, you know, like the circus, which is an independent entity. We've got the Beatnik Bob's, which is its own sort of little city-state. The shoelace factory, the aquarium. The city-state's a good term. We like to keep them completely out of control. To say all the City Museum is like the federal government. Okay, we try and repress the federal government as much as possible, and let these people do what they're going to do without being crushed by a central authority. And one of the more successful things we've done is to not to give in to this kind of regimentation which comes with maturity. And so we want to keep ourselves fresh by keeping ourselves slightly out of control.
Salakadoola, me checkaboola, bibbidi bobbidi boo. Put them together and what have you got? Bibbidi bobbidi boo. Salakadoola, me checkaboola, bibbidi bobbidi boo. It'll do magic, believe it or not. A bibbidi bobbidi boo. Yes, salakadoola means and checkaboola roo. But the thing on the bob that just the job is bibbidi bobbidi boo.
One time we thought about using the mission statement from Moby Dick, saying, "We seek the white whale," but that was just being romantic, I suppose. By seeking the white whale, we seek the impossible. I mean, to do you know, what hasn't been done before.
From here? That helps. Stand up. All right, here it comes. Wiggle your feet, Bob. Get it to dance in. There you go. Are you straight up and down? All right. Over this way now. Over this way. Over this way. Over this way. Ho, 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 ho. Where's your back, Bob? All right, you're in.
Looks great from here.
Well, I had recently bought this international shoe complex here, which was 750,000 feet of space. And so I was developing the building, and Leonard Sunshine came around wanting a place to put his aquarium in. And so we started building out the parking garage for the aquarium. But we got going on this thing, and sort of took on a momentum of its own. I always wanted to kind of make a fantasy world, or at least a world of my own terms. And so I had this big giant space with nothing but potential and not very many tenants. So I figured, well, better become my own tenant to fill the space up. You know, this is basically a controlled environment, in spite of what we try to do, that, you know, you have to pay admission to get in. But I hate that idea. So we want to have the cabin as a way to get in for free. So you can come to the cabin and sort of soak up the atmosphere. You don't have to bring your kids, and we get a whole different type of person who doesn't want to crawl through the tunnels and everything, but wants to kind of soak up the kinetic energy of the place. I'd like to keep the future open for you know, whatever comes our way. I don't believe in 5-year plans. I believe in, like, you know, taking advantage of opportunities that comes along. No, I haven't gone to all this trouble to work for other people. I do this because I see the world this way, and this is what I want to do.
We had an hour to wander through. It's like we don't have enough time to see everything, so we're just kind of rushing through everything now. But there's slides and metal and fish, caves. It's amazing, absolutely amazing. So this will be one of our goals, is to play the City Museum.
What the hell is going on here? It's so amazing. This is like the best kids' place ever and ever and ever.
This is totally surreal. It kind of feels like the Goonies. I mean, especially down in the caves. But I can't even start to comprehend how they built this.
Well, as you may know, the City Museum is the product of the creative and unconventional mind of artist Bob Cassilly, who is to museums and playgrounds what Willy Wonka was to candy. Except that Willy Wonka was a fictional character. Bob Cassilly is a real character.
We've left 8 feet for the first one, 6 inches to put plumbing in.
His latest project at the City Museum is a space that will become home to the St. Louis Children's Aquarium. Now, aquarium might conjure up visions of fish in squarish tanks, which Cassilly describes as being like watching fish on television, and you can figure he's not about to do that.
What we want to do is make it seem like this place is really slightly out of control. You know, you can play in the water, you can go in tunnels, you can, you know, climb where you're not supposed to be, look at things from, you know, strange perspectives, go where your parents can't reach you, and then you get up on top of the shark tank, and then there'll be like a clear screen you walk over, and then we'll have this tube so you can get on, and so you can slide through the sharks, you know, in this glass tube. And
So you slide
through the sharks, yes.
through the shark tank. Yeah. There's always a little bit of danger, or at least the sense of danger, the feeling of adventure in these spaces. There are throughout the building places where some kids are afraid to go into, and places where a lot of adults are afraid they might get stuck.
And that leads you to this series of underground passageways that you have to crawl through. And because you can see these spaces, you have to earn these spaces by crawling and going through dark spaces. It seems makes you more feel like it's special to be there, so it engages you.
Listening to Bob Cassilly can seem like a trip through one of the City Museum's caves or tunnels. You get the feeling that you're a little bit lost, but it's worth the trip.
What's important to do is really prove yourself by creating a very rigid order. Then you can break the rules. Okay, but if you come in here and just mindlessly do free-form things, then there's no structure. I mean, structure comes with building a structure and then a counterpoint to the structure, you know, and things, and so you have this stuff on the edge of control next to control. and slightly out of control. So we get this balance going here, and the kids can feel it, and people can feel it, because it doesn't feel like it's been studied to death and consulted and experted to death. Because we don't really know what we're going to do next. We're building this. We're the children, digging things and sandcastles and stuff. We're making this up as we go along.
The aquarium idea is not a new one. In fact, it was the original idea. And that's why there's a marine theme on the first floor for no apparent reason. The aquarium, though, went somewhere else, and Cassilly turned what he had into the City Museum. Now the aquarium will relocate from its current location at Hanley Industrial Court and is scheduled to open here in early June.
Under the sea, when the sardine begin to be green is music to me. What do they got? A lot of sand. We got a hot crustacean band. Each little clap, you know how to jam here under the sea. Each little slug, you cut in a rug here under the sea. Each little snail, you know how to whale here. That's why it's hotter under the water. You kill that man dead, that's a dead, about my spoonful. Pretty baby, Lord, I wanna fight Bob. I'm going to, baby, I'm going to Hot Springs about mile. Please come on and take me a jail bottle. All I want, and this Grier's and this is spoonful. Pretty baby, every day and night bottle. You kill that man dead, just about my spoonful. Put him down with the pool of head by the spoonful. That's that white powder, you know, is about the spoonful.